Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no talk. I know. A lot's been happening over the past 2 years, so if you want to know like what's been going on with me, because you might notice some things in this video, then just head on over to my vlog channel. I have it linked down below. It's ShardeMarie TV. Just go way back. Just keep going back until you find out like what's been going on, girl, because it's been a while, but I'm glad to be back. And I wanted to come on here and do something very simple, something quick. So this is my quick everyday makeup tutorial or makeup look. So I will wear this if I'm running errands, if I'm going to work, to church, you know, maybe just going out for a quick bite with my friends. Something quick and simple where I'm not overdoing it, but I still look put together. So if you want to see what this makeup look will come out to, then just keep on watching. Okay, so first things first is I start off with a skin prep. Obviously, skincare is one of the most important things because your makeup will just land on your face a little bit better if you do skin prep. So I've already did my skin routine. I've let it soak and settle into my skin for at least like 30 minutes, maybe to an hour, depending on if I was eating or something like that. So let's just get into the rest of the skin prep. So you can always go straight into primer, or you can just use a moisturizer. I'm going to use a 2-in-1. So this is the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. But it's like it's a 2-in-1. It's a primer and a moisturizer all in one. And if you notice, my eyebrows are already on because when I tell you, it takes me longer than, you know, 5-10 minutes to do my eyebrows, because baby, I like my eyebrows to be perfect. So yeah. And for the eyebrows, I just use my AOA Studio eyebrow control. So let's rub this on the skin. Okay. Now for my base, I like to keep it simple and, you know, minimal. I don't want to put on a full foundation, or don't want to put a medium. So I'm going to go with a skin tint. This is the Fenty Beauty Easy Drop Blur Smooth and Tint Stick. Lord, I can't talk. It's a lot. And this is in the shade 11. And I just like to just put it all on the face like so. And now you can use a sponge, or you can use a brush. I forgot to wet my sponge, so I'm just going to use my brush. This is from Morphe, and just blend this out. You see, like, it gives me coverage, but it's not like overbearing. Okay. Next, I want to add a little bit of concealer. I'm going to use one of my favorites. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer, and this is in the shade 14. I don't even know if, I'm pretty sure they probably still do. ABH still sells or makes this concealer, but I love it, and I like it because it's the same color as my skin tone. So whatever coverage the skin tint didn't get, this will get. What is this on my skin? There we go. Okay. And then for that, I'm going to take I'm gonna take this brush here. This is from BH Cosmetics. This is from the It's My Ray Ray collab, and I'm just going to use that to blend out our concealer. Again, this is where a brush, not brush, but a sponge will come in handy. Okay. And also, sorry for the lighting, you guys. I don't know why I'm so yellow. I try to change my settings on my camera to make it, you know, a little bit more professional looking. I do have an older camera. I have the Canon Rebel T6i. So yeah, I looked up like settings that was best for beauty videos and I tried to change it to that, but for some reason I look yellow. I don't know what's going on, so apologies for that. I'm gonna try to fix it in editing, but we shall see how that goes. But anyway, I don't want to keep on rambling about the lighting. So next I'm going to put on a little bit of blush. So you can do a powder blush. I just prefer a liquid blush. So this is the Ciaté London Dewy Blush in Papaya. And I'm actually going to put it on my little makeup palette I have here. So that way I can control how much to put on, because I don't want it to be completely overbearing. So you can either use a brush. I am going to use my finger, but I'm just going to spread it out on the makeup thing, on my makeup palette, and then dab it. You see, I'm able to control it that way compared to if I just dabbed it on there with the applicator. And then you can also just blend it out with your fingers and then tap around it with a brush or with your sponge, whatever you prefer. And it just gives me a little bit of color. It's nothing crazy or, you know, so bam in your face. You know, and if you feel like it's too bright, you can always tone it down when you put your powder blush on there. And just mute it out with a nude, which is probably what we're going to do because it is a little bit of bright for me, but I do love the color of it. Okay. So now that we have all of our liquids on, now we can go ahead and move forward with our powder. So I'm going to start with the under eyes first because they normally crease first. So I'm going to take this loose setting powder. This is from Black Opal. This is their soft velvet finishing powder. And I'm going to take the same brush that I used to blend out my concealer. I'm going to use it for the powder. I know I look kind of dark underneath of there, but don't worry, we're going to fix that. We're going to fix that. Okay. Then next I'm going to take my all over face powder, and this is in the color medium tan from Glowish by Huda Beauty. And we're just going to take a big old fluffy brush like this and just dab that all over the face. Now this powder, I think they did discontinue. I don't see Glowish like on the Sephora website or even her website, so they might have already discontinued this powder, but I'm glad I have it because it's one of my favorites. Okay. Next we're gonna bronze. So I do have my matte bronzer here from NYX, and we're going to take this brush. Let's take this angle brush from, again, Morphe, and take off the excess and do light bronzer. I'm going to do a very slight hand. So I'm putting my hands all the way at the tip of the brush and then just doing it like this so it won't be so harsh. Alright, so one last powder we need to use before we spray our face so that way it can all melt in is the blush that is going to either tone it down, like you can just leave it the way that it is if you feel like you want that rosiness of that papaya color to come out, but I'm just going to add a blush on top of it. This is the Makeup Revolution matte blush powder in the shade Nude, and that brush we originally was going to use, we'll use that for the blush. Now at this stage, you can, if you want your under eyes to be a little bit brighter, use a brightening powder, which I do have here is my Essence Brighten Up powder in Banana. But I'm going to use my setting spray just so the powders can melt in my face so they can start looking a little bit seamless. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Set and Refresh spray. Okay, and now while that's drying down, we can move on to the eyes. The eyes are going to be super simple. You can just, you know, put on mascara and a liner and then call it a day. What I'm going to do though is put a little bit of definition in my eyes. So this is the Mented bronzer. I use it as a definition in the eyes just because it is a little bit too dark for me as a bronzer, so I use it as an eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush, maybe something a little bit fluffier, a little bit bigger, again just to put some definition in the eyes, nothing crazy. Okay, you see, just a little bit of definition, nothing crazy. And then I'm just going to add a brown liner instead of a black one so it won't be super harsh. Now this liner I got from the beauty supply store, but you can choose any brown liner that you prefer and just run it across your waterline. Okay. Now, if you have lashes on, then you don't need to worry about doing mascara or any of that nature. I don't have mascara lashes on today, so we're just going to use regular mascara. So I'm going to take my eyelash curler and go ahead and curl my lashes. And mascara choice today, this is from Blink. This is their tubing mascara. Okay. Now, if you want to, you could put like a nude eyeliner in your waterline, but I'm just going to leave my waterline blank. And last but not least, what we need to do is our lips. So I do have on lip oil, so I do need to wipe that off from this morning. Okay, so lip liner of choice. This is from LYS. It is from her Speak Love line, and this is in the color Devoted. Alright, lipstick we're going to use is the Milani lipstick in the color Tease. And lip gloss of choice is going to be the NYX Butter Gloss in Madeline. Alright, and then we're going to spray our face one more time. Now you can also put on highlighter. I decided just to leave it blank, but you can also put on highlighter if you want to as well. Okay, you guys, and this is the finished look. This is my quick, simple, everyday makeup, and yeah, it just takes a few little steps, nothing crazy. You can add or take away as you please if you feel like you don't need to do anything. The reason why, like I said in the beginning, I didn't do my eyebrows with you all is because that does take the longest for me. So that's why it's not considered quick when it comes to me trying to do my eyebrows. But if I already do my eyebrows and I do everything else, this will literally take me like maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes to do. Very quick and simple, and like I said, you can add or take away as you please. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, then don't forget to comment, subscribe, and give it a thumbs up as well. Let me know what other beauty videos you guys would like to see from me, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!